Alright, so the question says 20 unskilled workers can finish a job in 50 hours. The same job can be finished by 25 skilled workers in 20 hours. So the difference is unskilled and skilled workers. So if 10 unskilled workers and 10 skilled workers are employed, how long will they take to complete the same job? So let's look at this. Let's jot down the information. So we're given 20. For unskilled, we'll write U underscore skill workers. For them, it'll take 50 hours. 50 hours to complete a job. So it's very important to look at the wording. So it says a job, so that means one job, right? And then it says 25 skilled workers. The same job can be done by 25 for skilled workers. We'll just put it as skill. 25 skilled workers can do the same job in 20 hours. So it takes 20 hours to do the same job if you have 25 skilled workers. So now the question is asking, how many hours will it take for 10 unskilled workers and 10 skilled workers? Right, so now you're supposed to find how long it's going to take. Basically, how many hours will it take for 10 unskilled and 10 skilled workers working in combination to finish one job? So in questions like this, it's very important to jot down all the information. And secondly, after you have all the information down, you then remember this: work equals, alright, my equals not too clear, equals number of people, so this is supposed to be number of people, right, times your time. So in this case it'll be hour, but in other cases it could be days or months. So time, and the last one that is very important is rate. So the rate at which they finish their job. So this rate is what's not given. So all of this other information, it's actually given from the question. So if you look at, so let's say we'll look at what the rate is for 20 unskilled workers. So work, we said it takes 50 hours to get a job done. So it's one. So then 20 unskilled workers times 50 times rate. So we're trying to find the rate, right? So how much work can they get done in a particular given amount of time? So then it's very easy. From here you get, I'm sure you all know what to do. So 1 equals 20 times 50 is basically 1000 times rate. So rate, our rate is 1 over 1000. Right? It's very important to remember our units. So we forgot to write the units, but so 50, this is actually hours, right? So it'll be per hour rate. Alright, so we have this. So remember, this is the rate. So we'll write U skill. So unskilled rate is 1 over 1000. So now let's do the same thing but for skilled workers. So 25 skilled workers takes 20 hours to do a job. So 1 equals 25 times 20 times rate, right? So let's find out what 20 times 25 is. So that'll be 500. So our rate is 1 over 500. Alright, so for skilled worker, this is the rate, 1 over 500, right? So now we have the rate. So now, oops, so this is number of people, right? Alright, so now given that we have all the information, we have the number of people, we have the time it takes, and the rate at which they work. So now we can actually solve the question. So if you remember, if you go back to the question, it says how long will it take for 10 unskilled workers and 10 skilled workers to complete a job? So work, it'll still be 1 equals, so 10 unskilled workers, right? 10 unskilled workers. So we don't know the time. So first we'll look at number of people is 10 unskilled workers. What is their rate? It's 1 over 1000 plus 10 skilled workers. 10 skilled workers, what is their rate? 1 over 500, right? So now what we have basically plotted here is the number of people and the rate. So what we're trying to find is time. So we'll multiply all of this by time. Let's say time is t. Right. So we've gotten here. So this is work, number of people and the rate, and t is time. We're adding here because the rate at which the skilled and unskilled workers actually work is different. So that's why they'll finish a different amount. They'll finish a job at a different time. It'll take longer or like shorter for them compared to like the other group. So that's why it's two different things and we're adding it. So then let's just solve the equation inside the bracket first. So 1 equals 10 over will become 100. Let's not forget our bracket plus this would become 1 over 50 over t, right? So t is our time and this is what we're trying to find. Alright, so remember this. We'll write, we'll actually get rid of this. Now that you're familiar with the formula, we'll get rid of this. So I'll just write this back. So this is where we are currently, right? So we simplified this and then we got this. So now let's add this to, let's simplify as much as we can inside this bracket. So 1 over 100 plus 1 over 50. So 1 equals 1 over 100 plus 1 over 50. Let's get a bracket times t, right? T is our time. So then 1 equals, so common denominator will be 100, 1 plus 50 times 2 is 100, so 2 times t. Let's just write this here. So this will be 1 equals 3 over 100 times t. So from here now you know what to do. So t equals, you take this here, multiply the reciprocal. So 100 over 3 times 1, which is basically 3 over 100. So that is 33.3 hours. So this 33.3 is the amount of time it takes for 10 skilled and 10 unskilled workers to complete a job.